Welcome back, YouTube. Thanks again. This is another episode from Pips and Points. I'm your host, Jono, and we're just going to be talking about what we've always been talking about on this channel, which is the NAS100. But today, I'm probably going to be adding in EURUSD, so we're going to be talking about that later on in the video. But we're going to be talking about, to start off with, NAS100. And once again, I'm your host, Jono. Let's do this. So, last week, 5th of December, Sunday, we did a little analysis as to what we thought was going to happen in regards to movements in the markets, okay? And I kind of laid out my wish list, which is I wanted it around this level. I'm hoping that the NAS will come down. The NAS will come down to this level. But at the same time, I also let it be known that I'll be comfortable making a move at this level. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I never took a play at this level just because I was still holding out for this level right here. I wish I did, but I never did. And here we're going to see how that felt. And literally, I just stood by and watched it because it makes no sense me getting involved. So here we go. This is how that went down. Boom. So, very quickly, you can see that this is what was missed by me deciding not to participate. And I would have done this and I would have stayed in it and I would have got paid because I would have followed all the rules. And what would have been the rules of this game? Okay, so let me just do a quick analysis. The rules of this game would have been simple, right? If I had taken a play, I would have made sure that I covered. This would have been my stop at that level, right? And it would have gone up to about here, and I probably would have had a trading stop somewhere around this level, and most likely would have got closed out later on in the week. Outside that would have gone, but I didn't take the play at all just because I was waiting for it to get down here, and it never did. So, still sitting on my hands, right? So what I'm going to briefly talk about now is what I think is going to happen next week and what I think is relevant in regards to my price action levels and what is no longer relevant. So I'll just remove off the chart altogether. So first things first, this trend, this price action level, it's gone. We don't need that anymore. This price action level, if it comes back to this level, I would definitely be taking in a buy option. I don't know if it's going to come back to this level or not. I really don't, just because we have this particular shape emerging. So we have this little particular shape emerging right now, and obviously it's not really breaking above this level. So if I move this to over here, I mean this support level, I mean this high, it does count, but we're just going to look at the highs that it's attempted and hasn't broken over, right? We can see that it's made 3 attempts to get over this line, and it's been unsuccessful each time. So the first one was here, second was here, and third is over here, and it's on its way to try it again. It's on its way. So my question is, what do we do? And what gave me the confidence to even think that this level here was a potential area? Well, I will briefly explain what gave me the confidence to even have that vibe to begin with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick little support line. So this is a diagonal support level, right? And this diagonal support level, it's a bit like this. So this is the zone that it travels through, and we're going to do another one here, another diagonal support level, or support zone. Actually, zone is better. Zone is a much better word. I just found this tool just very recently, so I'm kind of enjoying playing around with it. It's really cool. You can draw diagonal zones, which I like it a lot. Right. And if you go back to my reasoning why I had that there before, so obviously I had this zone drawn out. I mean, I visually could see it, but I hadn't drawn it out, so you guys couldn't see it. You just saw that I just put a price action level over here, and was that, yep, I hope it goes to that level. I really hope it goes to that level. So let me just draw that price action level that we put there again. Right, so this was the price action level that I was hoping it was going to get to, and as you can see, it intersects with this level right here. But at the same time, I was hoping that this particular the trend, the movement, was going to fly all the way down and possibly do it around here. So on Monday gone, so that is the 6th of December, looking at where it was, if it continued to fail, this area, this zone right here, would have been a realistic place for it to go to. But because obviously it's bounced back up again, I now feel that this zone, let's get rid of this. So this zone of 1571 to 1549 is a zone that it might want to go back to. And obviously we have the top that it hasn't broken through yet. So we've got this little zone over here that is just bouncing around and it hasn't touched. But either way, this zone looks highly likely that it will be respected. At some point I might see it back down here again, and if I do see it back down there again, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick some up. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick some up. So moving forward right now, in regards to what I think is going to happen or not happen, what I think is going to get obeyed and what I think is going to break, well, these are all just guesses that I'm guessing at the moment, okay, based on what I think is going to happen, and depending on where it goes, doing a guess will determine what kind of action I'm going to take once it reaches that level. So the first things first is, do I think it's going to come down here immediately? That I don't know. I really don't know. But the vibe that I'm getting at the moment is that we have this situation happening, right, and we've got this situation happening, and we've got this situation happening. So it's a bit of a squeeze. So it is a bit of a squeeze right now. So what we could do, so what we could get is we could get something like this, and not break, and not break, and not break, and then come down to about here, which is where I would then jump on. That is if it goes that way, and then begins its little trajectory up, kind of vibe. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. Now, at the same time, that might not happen at all. So, like I said, I am looking for the opportunity where it makes sense. So it's giving me one touch at this level. I'm hoping to see another touch at this level. If I see another touch at this level anytime next week, I will be getting in. 100% I'll be getting in. But if I don't, then I'll have to wait for the opportunity. The crazy thing is, it's all about the discipline in this game, disciplining yourself well, and making sure that you do the right things at the right time. Okay, so yep. So now what we're gonna do right now is going to bring in EURUSD. Okay, so now we're going to trash everything I drew on this, because I did do some drawings on EURUSD. I'm going to go to a higher time frame to see if we can see what's going on. Okay, so we're looking at EURUSD on a higher time frame. We can see a zone right here that is being respected. And we can see a zone right here that's being respected. But bearing in mind, this is on the higher time frame. So this time frame is on a daily, right? On a daily. And then we're going to look here to see how this looks on a weekly. So on the week it looks right. And if it looks right on the week, it's going to look right on the month. Okay, let's go to the day. So looking at this and looking at the consolidation, at this level, so let's go in. So we're waiting on news, basically. What kind of news are we going to have next week? Because there's, in my opinion, and bearing in mind there's other people that are analyzing this as well, so they're going to have a different take on this whole situation. So in my opinion, we've got a little squeeze here, okay, right? But I think it's going to break down. In my opinion, I'm thinking it's going to want to come here, right? Somewhere around this level. It might even go all the, it might penetrate all the way in, but that's what I think, right? And this is on a daily. So, but obviously most people will not be trading this currency pair on a daily. They're trading it on the hourly or less. So anything less than that, I can't really, I mean, I can analyze it in that way, but I just don't. Just reason being is that obviously I don't trade that way unless if I'm not working. I don't have to go to the office, and at which point the 15 minute, the 30 minute, the 5 minute, even the 1 minute time frame is relevant. But as long as I'm in the office, I haven't built up enough capital to obviously quit it all and do it. That's a day job. I'm restricted into doing it on a higher time frame, just because that's the only thing that I can make it work for me, and I can only show technical analysis based on how I would in real life situation do it. So at this point, after giving that long-winded explanation, I believe if it does break this cycle, okay, it's going to come down here, right? And I think it's going to be the news that will send it down here. So somebody's going to say something at some point next week about whatever, and it could possibly send it or begin its journey down here. But as I can see the squeeze. So pressure is building in this area right now. It is building. So is it going to break down or is it going to break up? I think it's going to break down just because it needs to fill this area. It needs to fill the area that it's just left. Like this whole area right here, it needs to fill. It needs to fill. I mean, it could produce a higher high here, but even then, if it does produce a higher high here, what does that say to us? Well, what that basically says is, at some point, it's going to break, because then it's doing this. Then it's doing this. You know, and even if I look at it this way, right, that too is squeezing. So I did not even see it in that way, but that too also is squeezing. So this is on a daily time frame. So it is. So yeah. So I would be looking for a possible. I mean, I really don't know how I would play this. If I would be buying here. If I would be buying here to see if it will go back up here. And then it might do that, and then it might break and then come down and then fill here, and then possibly start doing its thing again. Who knows? But in all fairness, I mean, literally this was what I was doing before I jumped into NAS100. So this was my favorite pair before I jumped into NAS100. And just to explain something that I actually did, my last trade was this one right here. No, not this one. So it's this one right here actually. So September, I took a sell. I rolled it all the way down, and this is micro lot, so this is not change your life money. It's like very small amount. It came all the way down to about here somewhere. I I got an email notification in regards to a new instrument that I could trade, the NAS100. And I was like, okay, well, I've just divorced EURUSD and I'm now going into the NAS100 and haven't looked back since. But my colleague that I work with was like, hey, listen, like, let me know your thoughts on EURUSD. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll break it down in a way that you can work with. And this is it. So in a way that he can work with it and I can work with it, will be in this particular format, which is the day. Oh shit, why is it going weird like this? Yeah, which is the day. So we're going to see how this goes over the course of the week. So I'll most likely visit this and we'll see where it's at. I'll keep these drawings on anyways because I'm literally not going to be trading this. We're just going to talk about it, see what's going on, and see if the calls are right or wrong. We're just going to just watch it. And yeah, so once again, I want to thank you for coming over, watching this channel. I appreciate you. So just leave a like, comment if you like the content or not, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Help this family grow. Okay, so, and by the way, if I haven't done so already, I want to wish you all happy festive seasons and a happy new year. And I'm going to be giving out these wishes every time I make a video until we get past Christmas and the new year. For those that celebrate or don't celebrate, I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, so thank you for coming over, and yeah, we'll speak again in the next video.